All right, so I'm recording the laws of the state of Ohio. Okay. And um, let's see. I do have another page here. That's the sheriff. Here it is. Ohio. And then Sheriff's Department, Google. Now, the Cuyahoga County Sheriff, Harold Patel, sues, this is an article dated, first let me just state, WKYC, improper control over the department. Now, the Cuyahoga County Sheriff needs some type of oversight because they cannot just be left alone. They need oversight. There needs to be an investigation into their behaviors. They have consistently been in my location. Like they'll pull against a curb at 6:30 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning as I'm walking to the bus stop to go to work. And then as soon as I walk past, they then continue to drive away. I recorded that and I put it on YouTube. So when I then looked up, who oversees the sheriff's department, it stated nobody. Attempt to make payroll case, and everyone just continuously reports back to the sheriff. Well, who oversees the actions of the sheriff? Nobody. And it's not Patel, it's Patel, except for the voters. Okay, so any misconduct that then happens within the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department, there's no oversight. Now, he states, County Law Director agreed that the purpose of the 2019 changes and the addition of Article 16 was to provide the sheriff with greater independence from the county executive. The lawsuit reads, since at least 2024. Well, there shouldn't be, because the sheriff seems to have issues with giving a normal, regular human being their independence to live their life. This Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department contacts police departments within other cities, and will state things about me. And so it's happening. And it's not necessarily him, but it's people within his department. They act from a distance, and they use the homeless. They use, like, they were paying this homeless guy for over 2 years to know my location. I actually have, I recorded him and put it on my YouTube channel, where he ended up all the way at the Medina County line. And that's nowhere near Cleveland. So he was constantly, they were paying him and telling him my location constantly. And that African became attracted to me. He became very, interested. And, on my side, I had no interest, and I thought, oh my God, how dare you do that? How dare they do that to cause a woman harm in that way? So I'm sorry, it's not Patel, it's Pratel. I didn't vote for him. And here's the lawsuit. I don't know how many pages this is. It does show it's almost at the bottom. So I'm also going to send this to Ronaine, and I want to let him know that I don't do anything illegal, ever. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't consume drugs. I can't handle more than 2 sips of alcohol. Judge Dominic Coletta created falsified records about me, stating that I was involved with repeated drug law enforcement costs and alcohol treatment costs that never occurred. I promise to God, I've never consumed a drug in my entire life. I am 57 years old. I cannot handle 2 sips of alcohol. The Cuyahoga County Sheriff, he works at like a distance, which is really odd. I know this sounds really odd, but they're not right. But they will contact police departments from other cities that I'm working in and say terrible things about me. They will have Africans work within these temp agencies. Even when I've worked out of state, they'll take my picture, they'll send it to whoever, confirm, is this her? And then suddenly, bam, everything changes for me within that place. And this has been going on for 20 years. This is really bad. It's ongoing. And I work really, really hard. I absolutely believe that the Sheriff's Department needs oversight. They cannot be left alone to continue doing this. Please feel free, Ronaine, to look on my YouTube channel. You're going to see hovering helicopters, my location repeatedly. And one of them was, the number was N8QD. What is that? November 8 Qualcomm, I think that stands for. Please look into it. They were renting from Helicopters Incorporated, and they flew out of Burke Lakefront Airport. And this was continuing. It went on for 8 years. Now they don't hover. Now they just pass over me. So I still document it when I see them. because I want to know who was then flying that helicopter. Are they still continuing to rent from Helicopters Incorporated? And will it continue to go back to the same people? But Chris Ronayne, if you have a lawsuit against the Cuyahoga County Sheriff, well, I'm here to say that they need oversight. And it seems to be more than just from the people who vote them in, because as you saw from my video that I just posted on YouTube, I'm not even able to talk to Patel. She said, I don't know if I can let you talk to him. So then that means that when I asked in Google who do the deputies from the Cuyahoga County Sheriff report to, and especially the Patel, the sheriff who was voted in by the people, and the response is he answers to the people who voted him in. Well, but I was just told by the clerk's office that I'm not allowed to talk to him. That was what the first clerk told me. I don't know if I can have you talk to him. So I had to tell her, well, okay, that's her response to me, but he is voted in by the people. So then let's just go back to the fact that he needs to report to someone. There needs to be ongoing oversight with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department, because otherwise, if any one of them become obsessed with a female who does absolutely nothing illegal, they can really make and have made that female's life, my life, hell, to where I can't advance. I can't really do anything. They want me to stay stationary because of some really sick obsession. So Chris Ronayne, I can testify, if you need me to, that there needs to be oversight. And my videos also show, as I'm walking to the bus stop, there's a Cuyahoga County Sheriff, just pulls up against the curb. And then as I walk past, he leaves. I have recorded, vehicles parked across the street for a long period of time, just sitting there, not, through multiple light changes. And then when I approached the vehicle, that's when the vehicle drove away. I didn't approach the vehicle. I walked behind it and I got the plate number. Anyone would leave it, at that point, but this vehicle stayed for multiple light changes to start with. But I have more than one incident on my YouTube channel. And Ronayne, I can testify to the fact that, yes, the Cuyahoga County Sheriff need oversight.